when the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something less of worth that will bless your heart. Now I'll bring you more than.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This Sunday of Lent, we have this powerful gospel where it says they're gathering for the Passover, and even some Greeks have come. And the Greeks, they go up to Philip and they say, "Hey, we want to see Jesus." What a powerful question that kind of summarizes the whole Gospel of John. Who is Jesus? We wish to see him. Jesus' response to them is, "Hey, my hour is at hand. You will see me raised up for the forgiveness of sins." And so Jesus is telling us, if you want to see him, you will see him suffer. You will see him in suffering. So oftentimes in our faith, we focus on all the wonderful blessings, and you see it on social media, #blessed, and we're all blessed. We see it in athletes and in coaches. Usually after they win, the first thing they do is give praise to God. But do we ever see them in the conferences when they haven't won or when things didn't go their way, still give praise to God, to still see the blessing? Lest we forget, anytime we get a blessing from a priest, guess how it's given? But in the form of a cross. And a cross isn't without its pains, isn't without its sufferings. Do we fail to recognize Jesus in our own suffering? Because Mother Teresa said herself, that is where he's actually closest to us. In those sufferings, let us give him glory. Let us embrace our cross. Because if we truly wish to get to know Jesus, we'll see him in those pains. And like it's always been told to me, no pain, no gain. Some of the most difficult things we have to do to get better as athletes, as coaches, as people, they can be painful, but it produces that fire-tried gold. And so if we wish to really see Jesus, see him in our sufferings, see him in our failures, and there we'll come to know Jesus and love him in a much more significant way. God bless you, and good luck out there.
So one of the things that I really struggled with early on in my faith journey was how challenging it was to be Catholic. Early on in my life, I hated the idea that I have to go to Mass every Sunday, no matter what. I hated the idea that I had to confess my sins to a priest. When I started to learn about theology of the body and the church's teaching on sexuality, that was just something that was like, no, I don't want any part of that. It's too hard. But as I began to dive into my faith and learn about the church and her teaching, it began to set in, and I began to realize that no, this is supposed to be hard. Our Catholic journey is supposed to be hard. And it's the same way that we as coaches and athletes understand that if we're trying to pursue something great, if we're trying to pursue a national championship or whatever it may be, it's going to be hard. That just makes sense to us as athletes and coaches. So why would I expect a spiritual journey, this great goal of attaining heaven? Why would I expect that to be easy? That makes no sense. So for me, once I realized that, no, okay, I'm trying to attain something great. I'm trying to pursue sainthood. I'm trying to get to heaven. Why would that be easy? And that's the beauty of the Catholic Church, is that they hold us, our church, our priests, our bishops, they hold us to a high standard, the highest standard of all religions in my estimation. They hold us to that high standard because they are pushing us to attain an insurmountable goal. No, we can't attain this goal on our own. We can't white knuckle our way to heaven. However, we can cooperate with God's grace, and it is going to be hard. And once I realized that, once I myself realized that, yeah, this pursuit of heaven, this pursuit of sainthood isn't going to be easy, that's when I grasped onto my Catholic faith, and really it started to ignite me, because I pursued it with this same kind of mentality as I did as a player and a coach. I'm pursuing a championship. It's going to be a battle. I'm pursuing sainthood in heaven. It's going to be a battle. It makes sense. Being Catholic is hard, but that makes sense. That's good.